Everybody, come on in, come on in, come on in. Make sure you hit that like button. Thank you so much for coming back to my channel. I am truly blessed to have you all here. Make sure you hit that like button. Let's get this intro going so we can hit the ground running. Let's go. Hey everyone, shout out to everybody in the chat. Look at this. Look at all the rabbit fam in the house, the fluffle in the house. Katrina, Lane, thank you so much. Lane, thank you so much for telling people to hit that like button. Hit the like button, please and thank you. I hate peas. Who else? Tia, welcome. Oh my gosh, Caddy. Who else do I have? Marcy, welcome. Grandma Sherry, welcome. Karma Isabi, and I am Karma. Welcome, my love. Clarice, you know, I'm sure, Clarice, you get this a lot, but of course I think of Silence of the Lambs when I hear the name Clarice. I just love it. Anyway, shout out to you. Tita, Sakina, Queen Bella, my love, welcome, welcome. Starry Night. Katia said hello. Poisoned Harley. Good Gumby. T. Kelly. Ooh, all the regular schmegulars in the house. Yes. Cherish. Liz. Who else? Tammy. Addie, welcome, Addie. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for the beautiful hearts. Shout out to everybody. I don't see one mod in the house. Lord have mercy. Well, I just put the Discord notification so y'all will know. People will come in. Behave yourselves in the chat, right? Behave yourselves in the chat. Let's get it together. And Clarice is like, yep, I love it. Luminous, welcome. Corrine, welcome. Oh my gosh. Yes, yes. My mods will get here, I'm sure, as soon as they see the notification on Discord. Okay. How's everybody doing? I hope everyone has had a restful, blessed Sunday because you know it's Sunday. Deeds on the streets. Yeah, Deeds like, yeah, we all have to behave as she laughs. Shout out to Deeds. Shout out to Deeds. My eye is on you, Deeds. Oh my God. Welcome, Fluid. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Everybody, come on in, come on in. I hate peace. It's a stormy day today. Yeah, the weather's kind of weird. In my side of the world too. So yes. Oh my gosh. Yes. Let me tell you something. When somebody calls me a bully, I take that as a proud, like I did something right. You know what I'm saying? I did something happened right. Deeds, you better stop before I mod you up because I have no mods here. Hey, Tragic T. Oh my gosh. See, if you're a mod, you know you can't misbehave after that. Hey, Darcy, welcome. Oh my gosh, you guys are awesome. Thank you guys for coming to the house. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys are all welcome here. Look, one of the cases that has really, really, really gotten to me, and we got to get right to it right away. Luminous. Oh, Luminous just gifted memberships, guys. Thank you, Luminous. We're going to get into this right now because this is a pretty big thing. I don't know if you guys remember the case of the dentist from Aurora, Colorado. So there is a dentist, Mr. Dr. James Craig, arrested on murder charges, accused of poisoning his wife. It was a pretty huge case that had happened. He's currently, waiting there in the cells. Uh, and what is going on right now with the patients that were getting services from him? They can't get their records, they can't get their treatments, the business completely closed out. So Summerbrook Dental is now closed after Dr. James Craig was arrested on murder charges accused of poisoning his wife. I mean, I would imagine, right? Like, what did they do with his patients after he was all like arrested? That's a huge thing. People have to proceed with services and dental. It does stink. It does stink. Matter of fact, I remember this was several years ago. This was in my 20s actually. One of the dentists that I would go to, his partner died tragically, unexpectedly, and he had to close the business. And I remember he had to refer us out to other offices. So here it's a little bit different, right? Like there was a couple of people that were saying out there, I feel kind of selfish even making a deal about this because the man patient never got $40,000 dental implants because dentists went to jail on murder charges. This is the same dentist, yo. So you had scheduled dental implants, $40,000 implants because the dentist went to jail on murder charges. What do you do in such situations? What do you do? I don't know what to make of it. You know what I'm saying? It's like something to kind of think about. A lot of people don't expect this whatsoever. I know Evie's like, oh snap. I know TT, right? Oh my gosh. It is crazy. It's crazy, yo. So she says, this is a lady who says, I feel selfish worrying about my teeth when there are 6 kids that don't have a mom or dad now. Sandi Stinson said, Lord have mercy. Let's play what she said.
Her surgery has been delayed because as doors remain locked at a dentist office in Aurora.
Well, let's see what my history is of calling.
Patients are on hold, waiting for answers.
If you are a patient of record and are needing dental care, we encourage you to reach out to your local dental office.
They are my dental office.
Sandi Stinson can't get in touch with anyone at Summerbrook Dental for her records, a month after police arrested her dentist, James Craig, for poisoning and killing his wife.
Come to find out, the day the cyanide was delivered was the day I was sitting in the office getting my measurements for my final teeth.
Oh
she
my
had an
God.
appointment with Dr. Craig for one last checkup before a dental implant surgery. Sandi already paid for the new teeth in October, a $40,000 bill.
I got all this plastic in my mouth. I can't speak clearly.
Her surgery has been delayed because before it could happen, her dentist was sent to jail.
Who do I call? Who do I talk to? I'm getting nowhere fast. So I finally said I have to do something.
Sandi can't get her money, her records, so she found another doctor because she isn't waiting any longer.
He explained my situation to the lab that's making the teeth, and they're giving them to him at a discounted rate. So I only have to pay $22,000.
Another $22,000 bill.
Jesus. So she can't get her money back. Nobody's following up with her. So she's going to another dentist. Titi says here, the doctor that did my weight loss surgery is in prison now for insurance fraud. Like, what do you make of it, though? The lawyer didn't hurt her either. Wouldn't hurt her. A lawyer wouldn't hurt her either. You think so? So the day that they were, the day with the cyanide was the day that she was getting her treatment done. Another $22K. Can you believe that, Ish? Can you believe that? That's so crazy to me. That is so crazy to me. I don't know. Another 22K. Cool. We have Good Nunya in the house. One mod. Shout out to Good Nunya. Thank you, my love, for coming through. Um, well, it is a pickle. Can you imagine? I don't think she expected that, Her Majesty. Like, that just sucks. I can only imagine, right? Just sucks.
On top of the 40 grand she already paid Craig.
I'm thinking there's got to be other people in the same boat, that, has anybody else had any luck finding records or any, and what recourse do you have?
She has a lot of questions, but no one is picking up her call to answer them.
And I feel selfish and worrying about my teeth when, here's 6 kids that don't have a mom or a dad.
Wow.
On the day police say potassium cyanide was delivered to Craig's office, Sandi said she didn't notice anything odd about his behavior. She said he was really friendly, nice. It's a conversation that she thinks a lot about now.
Wow. Well, it's very thoughtful of her to think about a family here involved, but that is so much money. Dental work is always so expensive.
It's a lot of money.
Jesus.
She just wants this procedure to be done. This started back in October. We're now in April. So she says she is now in very good hands with her new dentist who has taken up her case.
Let's hope somebody gets her herrecords, though, and everything, and the money back.
Yep.
All right. Thank you.
What? I mean, as CL said, we'll get so she's gonna have to spend money for a lawyer. That's the other thing too, and then put up $22K. What do you do with the $40K? And then the offices are closed. There's no records that she can get. This is really just a really sad situation overall. You know what I'm saying? Dentist wants the money up front. I had to pay $1,200 up front before my work was done. You know what, Tammy? That's so true. It's becoming really hard. And not only that, like it medical expenses, some of this stuff is cosmetic, you know what I'm saying? But some of the cosmetic can also improve lifestyle, your smile, everything, So yeah, I definitely feel for her. I would feel some type of way about it. And she's talking all weirdly, and she said it too because of her teeth. I'm getting an implant and I pay little by little since it's a process of month. He was probably a scammer who used the money for other things right away. Nat Flo, you think he wasn't buying cyanide with that damn money? I'm like, yo, maybe his business insurance may be responsible to pay the patients back. Yeah, but Sheriff, like, who would file the claim? Because he's locked up, right? Like, I just assumed that the dentist would file the claim. Something to look at. And I'm very much curious about this case. I kind of want to look into it a little bit more. I'm going to do that. So I'm just giving you guys a heads up. This is a very interesting, I think, true crime case, and completely feel really, really bad for the 6 kids. My goodness. It's bad enough not to get a procedure done, but to be stuck with all the plastic and not be able to talk. So exactly, CL. Something has to be done for that poor lady. Absolutely. The dentist should have error and omissions in the insurance. What? Oh my God. I can only imagine. Yo, you think he was a crooked dentist too? Killed his wife, at least being charged for it, you know? I don't know, guys. I don't know. There must be some insurance liability for this. Not sure what state it is, but if the AG in her state has a consumer division, maybe they could help. So messed up. Right. I think the messed up part is that she has to pay the $22K up front to address the plastic on her teeth. That sucks too. Like, just sucks for her. I'm so glad you're kind of scared, and you always I've got words. Thank you so much. Much love to you, my love. It's Sunday. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. That's my motto. It's gonna be okay. Can you breathe? Are you alive? Are we good? Then it's gonna be okay. The patients would have filed the claim. Okay, so the patients can file the claim. Dental is so expensive, I still don't understand why it's separate from medical insurance since it's all part of your body. Queen Bella, it's the same argument as mental health services. Mental health services are very expensive too. And I feel like if we stop treating the body like it's you know what I'm saying? Like it's all divided. If you think about it, if you're not well mentally, you're not going to be well physically. When we start kind of having conversations about that, I honestly feel like in the medical industry, we're going to see a big difference in services, in people that come back and things like that. So I definitely feel you on that. I feel you. I feel you. Oh my gosh. Yeah, they should have had a special account for money for patients. A business account. Was he the only doctor? Oh, that's a good point. Was there more people in that office? The hypnotherapist I went to for years went to prison for sexual assault of 6 patients, including me. Lord have mercy. I'm so sorry, Lunar. I'm sorry about that. I think the dentist is a sleazebag all the way around. There's no way going out, right? I mean, right? Bad dental can affect you medically. Infections can spread. Very true. Absolutely. You can have an infection in your mouth or in your teeth. I'm thinking of like I had a root canal done and it was so painful. But if that gets infected, it can affect your heart too. So yes, we're all connected. I wish that insurances would stop. And I don't know if it's, that's probably a bigger conversation. But my thought is, when we start treating our mental health, our dental, our vision, our physical body as a whole, we might see some improvements. You know what I'm saying? Just saying. Ooh, oh my gosh. Girl, that's expensive. That is expensive. I was in the dental field. The lab is paid by the dentist. That's why they're still charging her. It's so sad. Dental supplies are so expensive. Oh my gosh. What about well, and that's a good question. What about the other patients? She can't be the only one waiting for dentures or other services is a very good point. Tooth pain is tooth pain is the worst. It's the worst. I just hate that. Like the doctor who was impregnating patients and now, oh my God, Poison Hartley, who was that? I feel like there was a documentary about that. There was a doctor who impregnated patients and now he has 96 kids and some of them didn't even know they belonged to. They were all part of him. They were like, we didn't even know we had the same. You know? Yes. So same as plaque that gathers, plaque can affect your heart. Very true. I can never understand the logic of separating the two. To be honest, it's all about the money, right, CL? All about the money. Then you have the whole who is it, pharmaceutical industry, all those other things. Like it's just so sad to me that there's such a divide overall. My son's pediatrician was done. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Oh my God, Shaydoc. Lord have mercy. Don Klein? Don Klein was his name. Wasn't he the man with like 90? He was offering his sperm like, I don't know, bags of chips. Like they were just everywhere, and then people were finding out that they were related to each other. Like, that's horrible. Right. I have to get dental work due to some genetic issues. I have a major heart problem. Ooh, hold up. Hold up, Tina. So I have to be really careful. Ooh, Tina. Please be careful. Hey, Nonsense. Welcome, welcome, my love. We're talking about this case right here, with Dr. James Craig. So again, for those that don't know, Dr. James Craig was charged for basically killing the murder of his wife. That's what it was. And there's some patients now. They closed the clinic, and essentially their records in there. Nobody's there to answer the clinic. Nobody's picking up the phone. Matter of fact, let me show another video here where we have the wife, or not the wife, I'm sorry. The other, give me one sec, because there's another link playing. Sorry about that. So here we have another one. There's people out there wanting some answers to this. Attorney offers suggestions for patients fighting for records after dentist arrest. Summerbrook Dental is now closed after Dr. James Craig was arrested on a murder charge, accused of poisoning his wife. Okay, give me one sec. Let's go back a little bit and let's watch this. This is a different clip, by the way, not from the lady who paid $40,000.
Was arrested on murder charges. Patients like Melissa Lyman had to quickly
More
find
patients,
a new
guys.
one.
The dentist office that I'm going to now wanted to see, what their procedure was or if there was any issues with what had happened with the crown. But they're unable to get any information about them.
But her new doctor is having trouble getting her medical records. Summerbrook Dental is closed and calls go straight to voicemail.
While the dentist was able to take x-rays and, figure out what's happening, and what needs to be done, it's still information that's mine.
She has 7 years of records with Dr. James Craig, who is now accused of poisoning and killing his wife.
Wow.
While he's behind bars, patients are waiting for someone to transfer the records.
It could take a while. I think, like I said, the options are really to have somebody reach out to this dentist's attorney.
Philip Bluestein is with Rocky Mountain Healthcare Law. He says another option is reaching out to the Colorado Dental Board, who oversees his license.
They can't run out and deal with it, but they do have some options, and they may be able to force some contact with him.
Patients are waiting to hear back from anybody. They're frustrated, but understand too.
In the moment and everything that family's having to deal with, it really seems like such a small thing to have to be, worrying about, but it is important.
Patients can also file a complaint with the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. Another attorney says responding to those complaints is a high priority for HHS.
Well, they have options. So at least we know that much, right? I had a dentist tell me that if I paid $6,000 for TMG treatment, it would cure my migraines. Oh, hold up. Really, Chair? Oh my gosh, that is horrible. Can you imagine being a hygienist who worked with it? Oh my God, can you guys imagine the people that are next to him? Girl, guys, they probably subpoenaed all these people in there, especially if he was receiving the poison delivered to his office. I'm telling you, man. That's crazy, yo. Complete craziness right there in that situation. Anyways, so I'm definitely going to be following this case a little bit more. Actually, people from my Discord had said, Rabbit, we want you to talk a little bit more about this one and honestly, I think it's a great true crime case and find out a little bit more. But it is super crazy. Hey, my Queen Bee, how are? Oh my God, Queen Bee, when did you become a member? Shout out to you. Much love to you. We're going to talk about Queen Bee here in a minute. I want to bring another topic because I want to tell you guys something. Friday, I was listening to Mel, Ickamel, shout out to him. You guys know we love him over here. Um, he had a little bit of like a rant, and I kind of felt that in the heart too. Um, with this whole Letecia Stauch and the jury deliberate and all that other stuff. I'm really hopeful that the jury's going to come out with a really good deliberation. I am hopeful. Okay. And I'm praying for it. Justice for Gannon. Right. There's been so much craziness from that trial. And honestly, I don't think I could sit there and watch. When I heard Gannon's voice in that recording on the very first day, it literally got to me. I was like, I can't, yo, because I remember Gannon, and I remember all that, finding him and him going missing. So we gotta keep that family in our prayers, and all of us, check your mental health, check yourself, because I think that I know I got some great members that are watching the trial. I know, and it worries me a little bit because I know that it gets to them. Um, Hearing all the details and stuff, it's a gruesome crime. And it involves kids. And then you have Lori Vallow, and then that's another one too that is just like there's so much information there. But yeah, I've been watching. ADAS, bless you for all those that have been watching. You know what? For us that can't watch because of our own PTSD, we're over here and we're praying for the family. Okay. But tomorrow I'm just concerned, and I really want there to be justice. Me too, Lunar. All of us, we all want there to be justice. I couldn't watch it either, but shout out to all the creators, and there were so many great creators that reported. You had the Glare, Ickamel, Tracy Ann Chasing. Who else? There were so many other channels that were great creators that were reporting out on Gannon, as well as the what is it, the West Boys too. There's another. These are crimes that are just heartbreaking. So hopefully we will make some sense of this situation, and I hope that some justice is delivered. Um, I'm just praying. That's all. I wanted to bring that. So that's tomorrow. I'm gonna be on my pins. I'm just pins and needles on it. I'm gonna pray a rosary tonight for justice. Okay, and I'm a recovering Catholic. For those that understand, that means that we're not as close, but we're trying to get closer to our faith. Sometimes we fall back and we go back in every day. But yeah, but shout out to you guys and thank you guys for that. I just wanted to bring that up. Oh yes, and my love, yes, Mystery Maven has been reporting on the West trial. Shout out to her. She's another great creator. She's definitely on point. But thank you guys. We're gonna talk about, let's switch over to, and shout out to my love Queen Bee. She's in the chat. First of all, Queen Bee, I want to thank you so much for, number one, being such a great support of my channel, and also of me. Believe it or not, I love the I mean, last summer when I stumbled upon this panel, I said, "Damn, this is such a good panel." And I love B Tim, even though he doesn't love anybody. But I love the way he talks and the way he rationalizes things. And Ellie and who else? Everybody that hits the link that I'm like, "Damn, this is such a good panel." It's a really good community um to learn from. And what I love about it is like there are times where I see, well, wow, this panel's going south, but it's like people, I don't know what it is, Queen Bee. You guys reel it in and come back stronger from it. So I love it. I love it. So, thank you so much, Queen Bee, who let me use this clip. I want you guys to check Queen Bee out. You can watch this full video. This was literally just this morning. I linked the video in the description box as well as Queen Bee's channel. Check her out, yo, because this is really, really good conversation. So we're back to, let's talk a little bit about Lettergate. Is Lettergate over? I don't know. I don't know. I can laugh a little bit now because I'm like, all right, Lettergate, we're coming out of Lettergate just a little bit, which is really, really good. But some of us are trying to understand the ins and outs of various things that Puni-Rock created in this community. And number one, I want to say this. I had a conversation with a couple of folks today who I was informed that several people that have supported Puny for years and years have made let go of that circle, right? And I would imagine the difficulty of that being, if people just block you after you've supported, wrong, right, or indifferent. See it this way, okay? If I'm in a relationship for X amount of years, I almost tipped my computer, for X amount of years, okay? I'm in a relationship for X amount of years, and there's a separation or there's a divorce or there's an ending, right? Or even a friendship. Something ends that friendship, right? Uh, this, I would imagine, is somebody that you supported, wrong or right or indifferent. Even in the tough times, wrong or right or indifferent, you support the person. It really sucks to be blocked from a community or to walk away from a community, right? I used to supervise people and I used to make decisions. I've had to fire people, believe it or not. I think that's why when you're in a situation where somebody's job is out the line and you really like the person and you work the person, you develop the person, but sometimes they don't get it, you have to understand that that in itself is a process of healing as well, right? Um, Closing a relationship, letting go, all that is a process. And so for me, it's like, if there's anything that I could say, and I said it in Queen Bee's panel, is, take the time to reevaluate those that are around you. Absolutely. Grief and loss. Is YouTube the right place to develop those relationships? Sometimes it happens. Sometimes it doesn't. People fall out here all the time. Friendships are tested. I don't take away from the fact that it's online. If you met online and you develop a friendship, that it's still a friendship. People do get sick over heartbreaks, believe it or not. So it's like I see this as an opportunity to really evaluate, how can I do things different, or what is it that I miss, or Like, I'm so pissed off at this person. It's okay to be pissed. It's okay to be upset. Sometimes you get upset within your own self, and that's absolutely fine. It's absolutely fine to get mad at yourself when people fail you, when they lie to you. So for those that are struggling with that, I completely understand. It's going to be okay. Step back, reevaluate things a little bit. YouTube will be here tomorrow. It'll be here the next day. It'll probably be here before we'll all be gone, and YouTube will still be around, right? That's how I see YouTube. You know, it is. It really is. And friendships are real. There are a lot of friendships here. And that's one thing, especially during COVID, that I realized that people have formed friendships here, and they're real friendships, real people, real heartbreaks happen here. We tend to minimize the pain because it's online, but nah, man, you can't replace people. You only get so many lives. You only get so many things, you know? But I get it. It's been a revolving door in his Discord from the start. It's really sad, and he runs it really odd. I've heard. I've heard. Um, I've heard. It's the what not to do in a Discord group, I would think. But the reason why I want to play this clip, and let me go back to here. There was somebody by the name of Dragnauct, I think that's his name. And shout out to him. He also has a channel. I've actually put him in the description box as well. I would love to speak to him a little bit more too, to get a sense of his experience with with Puni-Rock, this creator, okay? Because he completely, I think, he gave a history of what happened between him and how he kind of runs this cult-like following a mentality. You can't disagree with Puny. You cannot. You cannot give him criticism, which, like he says, I welcome criticism. No, you cannot. Cannot be done. Puny can do no wrong. Okay. And Puny Rach I'm assuming, is enabling this behavior as well. Let me hit play on this.
Hi. How are y'all doing? I've like completely redone my channel. A lot of my old videos from years and years and years ago, I just put unlisted. I did notice that someone had dug through because they're actually in a folder, and you can like look through them. The videos that I'd done on UniRock were just me in my garage, just talking about my interactions with UniRock, because I first came across him through Steve, because he was a Steve McCrae simp for a while. And then he and I would go back and forth. And then eventually he had a falling out with Steve. And then he started sucking up to me and Nate the lawyer. And then he just started hanging around us. And then, of course, all the love bombing and, I'm Drag's friend. I'm this person's friend. And it's like, it's annoying. We don't actually talk outside of when you need us for content.
You see what I'm saying? This is where the name dropping comes. I'm Nate's friend. He even said that as early as this week. Hey, Aaron, how are you, my love? Stacy, you said it sounds like MGL. No different. No, listen, I'm MGL. I am Rabbit, the bully go lightly. Okay, that's just my name today. I have no problem. I find that to be that, when people do that, they try to word twist the things that you say. It's the way in which they tend to attack you. This is not my first go around with people. I've worked in residential treatment centers. I've worked with mental health. Trust me, this is like, I wish I could tell you many, many stories and many interactions of the things that I have seen and happen and what I've encountered while working in this field. To me, stop. Good Nunya. To me, this is like, all right, I get it. Like, this is, I get the game. I peep game, if that makes sense. Rabbit go lightly busting frauds and busting notes. I'm not doing that. What I said was, he's busting, some people bust frauds. Other people bust nuts. Pick one or the other. Whatever. But let me go ahead and hit play on this ish. Let's go.
And trying to siphon people from our communities, but whatever. It's very obvious, but whatever, right? It's YouTube. And so it was just kind of annoying. But one of the things that I started noticing, and I started talking to other creators, is that UniRock would just sort of make up stuff. And I was always weirded out by the fact that no one in his like weird little circle would really call him out on just fabricating things. And it'd be just little small things, little small details, because hey, people get things wrong.
Well, baby,
happens,
I have to. I'm gonna have to say this. Actually, 3 of his good people, I guess, just left his Discord. They said they can't stand behind him lying and doing the stuff he was doing and the things he said and did, and one of those being Navy. So that really
Navy Tech left him.
Really, Queen?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's one of his so for
This
people
one,
who, wow.
this guy.
So this, I'm not really familiar with Nerdy. He says, I can't stand by while Uni does things we've literally criticized others for. I wish you all the best in whatever y'all get into next. Some of you keep in touch, but I'm done. This is upsetting and beyond not fun anymore. I'm really sorry, Nerdy, that happened to you. Like I said, everybody's upset, rightfully so, for what is going on. Yes, Navy has left as well. And this is why I mean, it's like it must be really, really, really hard to confront things like that. You know what I'm saying? To have things like that happen. This is their realization, right? Like, and I appreciate that people are saying, I can't stand by somebody that is lying. Like, good for them. No, Nate the lawyer does not play. But Nate the lawyer is somebody that he name drop. I would love to talk to Nate the lawyer. I think he would be very insightful to get some information from Nate. But I'm sure Nate the lawyer is, number one, very, very busy. And number two, I'm sure that he probably doesn't really get into this whole uni thing. You know what I'm saying? That it's like, it is what it is. Oh, dang it. Did I rewind this? I sure did. Hold up, guys. Let me go back to that part. Ooh, where did I leave off? See, this is what happens when you have a MacBook. It was right here, right?
UniRock tries to make like the Cliff Notes
Hold up.
sim through Steve, because he was a Steve McRae sim for a while. And then he and I would go back and forth. And then eventually he had a falling out with Steve. And then he started sucking up to me and Nate the lawyer. And then he just started hanging around us. And then, of course, all the love bombing and, I'm Drag's friend. I'm this person's friend. And it's like, it's annoying. We don't actually talk outside of when you need us for content and trying to siphon people from our communities. But whatever, it's very obvious. But whatever, right? It's YouTube. And so it was just kind of annoying. But one of the things that I started noticing, and I started talking to other creators, is that UniRock would just sort of make up stuff. And I was always weirded out by the fact that no one in his like weird little circle would really call him out on just fabricating things. And it'd be just little small things, little small details, because hey, people get things wrong.
Well, baby,
happens,
I'm gonna have to say this. Actually, 3 of his good people, I guess, just left his Discord. They said they can't stand behind him lying and doing the stuff he was doing and the things he said and did, and one of those being Navy. So that really
Navy Tech left him.
Really, Queen?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's one of his so for
this
people
one,
wow.
This guy here's
oh wow,
that's Nerdy Dingle.
And then there's this lady here, or this guy.
Yeah, I know who that is. Yeah, it's so
yeah.
Wow.
So I'm actually really surprised by Navy Tech. The other people not so much, but Navy Tech was part of what's known as the YBI. So what I learned is that UniRock is just sort of the mouthpiece, right? He's the guy that just talks and he's the entertainer, but he doesn't do any of the research. There are people like Navy Tech and others who actually are boots on the ground. They're doing the research, they're reading stuff, and they're compiling stuff, and then they give it to UniRock. UniRock tries to make like the Cliff Notes version of the actual pretty good research, and then he just sort of misrepresents it and then just carries on. But evidently, if Navy Tech left, which was, again, one of his diehard people, then he must have really crossed some lines, because UniRock and I have had more than one exchange. And I mean,
if so, the way I understand it is Puni-Rock is the mouthpiece, Navy is the researcher, right? And if that is a trait that he has, I'm happy to hear that. You know what I'm saying? That just more power to him. Hopefully, because he started his channel, he's able to branch off and do his research in there. So that further confirms that UniRock doesn't do any research. So very easy for somebody who doesn't really care about the truth to misrepresent what the researcher has done. That's what I've picked up on. I mean,
years ago about him just fabricating stuff, and specifically it has stuff to do with like my interactions with people, personal stories that some of us have had with real life YouTubers. And when people will say, "Hey man, yes, that's not actually accurate," he'll turn on members only chat, or he'll say that people are just trying to troll him and he's beyond reproach. And so that's what really rubbed me the wrong way, and I stopped associating with him, because then he would bring my name up as a way to gain credibility within other people's communities, and then say, well, I'm Dragnauct's friend, or I'm Nate's friend, I'm this person's friend,
Sounds
while
familiar.
he's not having any sort of allegiance to the truth.
That sounds familiar.
Wow. See,
Wow.
that means Navy
So,
obviously has morals.
This was sent to me, and it says happened, I guess, 1:13 a.m. It says, I love all y'all, but I need to step away from the discords. I don't support what Uni is saying about the letters. Y'all can find me on Twitter or on my channel.
Wow.
And Navy Tech has his own channel. And you know what, though? I got to respect, I respect that more than anything right there.
Me too.
Because when something's fucked up and you can't stand behind it and they continue to keep doing it, and you're like, hey, man, you know what I'm saying? I can only imagine.
Yeah, Cherie, I think, was one of his best ways. Shout out to her too. I hope she's doing okay as well. I don't know if she is. I don't know anything at this point. I'm hoping for the best for those that have left. But I think it must be hard, because my understanding is that Cherie has been a mod for. She's been behind UniRock for quite some time. So I know that people are. I've heard that people are struggling with what's been going on, right? So, like I said before, it's not so much that people like Puni-Rock; it's the people that were in the camp that were really good people. And I think that part of it too is that realization, like, damn, like, how did this happen and me not necessarily know? What else is it that maybe I was lied upon, or I didn't really know, or was not aware of? Absolutely. Okay. Right? I know that. I know that. She was the one that would archive various clips. Okay, so clearly she knows what she's doing. She helped. She was helpful. Okay, like, a lot of the content there, he wasn't clipping. People were clipping for him. He let a lot of people down. It's one thing to lie on creators, lie on me, lie on nonsense, lie on various people. It's another thing to, like, lie on the people that are, or lie to the people that you're next to. Right. That sucks. But I don't know.
Imagine they talk behind the scenes.
Yeah, that's big. I mean, mods have stepped away before. There's plenty of videos on YouTube. Specifically, I can't remember the lady's name. I think PJ's Diary or something. It might be one of them. But there's quite a few mods.
Yeah, that's Dolly's mod. Yeah, that's
yeah. Oh, yeah. There you go. Yeah. So you're familiar with the several people, and then that happens, right? People have, but for like a diehard, supporter kind of, supporters in mass falling out, and then that's pretty significant. And UniRock is not really great at accepting criticism. He always has an excuse for why he fabricates stuff, or why something is inaccurate, or why he can't actually. I don't know, just tell the truth, right? It's just, I don't know what it is with him, but there's.
Just like he lies, okay, just like he hides under various banners, the rabbit is a bully. So and so is vet bashing. So and so is when we're just giving criticism. That's how I feel. And I feel like other people have expressed this. You can't have criticism. You have to lie. So it's like nobody's saying anything bad about you or in a negative light, but you take it as harassment. They're criticizing me. They're doing this. They're vet bashing me. This is why I'm like, I'm not buying it. I saw Puny Rage put out there something about when the definition of vet bashing, right? We said, it's not a legal term. Vet bashing is not a legal term. Do veterans get harassed because of their class? Absolutely. Yes, they do. However, being questioned about your service is not bashing. I want to know, like, if I ask the question, and I might have some people here, and I'll get to you here in a minute, but I have some people here, I'm curious to know, like, somebody says, I'm a vet. And if I ask you, how many years of service did you do? And they answer 30 years. Okay, cool. I'll leave it at that. Then there's some people that will say, well, no, that's vet bash. Is that vet bashing me asking you your years of services or questioning your services? I think he's done services. Yes. That's not vet bashing. That's just questioning. JD Kane says, in Uni's defense, this letter and the drama surrounding it is out of character for him. He's not a liar so much as someone who spits balls too much. In Uni's defense, this letter and the drama surrounding it is out of character. Okay. So my question is this. What happened in the makeup community? What happened in the other communities? Like, people get bored with communities. Fine, you move on. You start doing other community stuff. That's cool. That's cool. But he's not a liar so much as someone who spitballs too much. What's the difference? I guess I'm confused. What is spitballs too much? I'm confused. What I mean to say, okay, thank you, JD, because I'm like, help me understand, because I'm confused. What I meant to say is he talks fast and his mind doesn't always keep up, resulting in a lot of foot and mouth if you look closely. So when he said that people were threatening the letter, Queen Bee, was that like foot mouth? I'm just asking. Should we expect that? Like, should that be okay? When do you hold somebody like this accountable? He's a fast talker. Yeah, there's a lot of people that are fast talkers. If you sit there and you hold Molly Golightly accountable for various things, for putting her foot in her mouth too, how is that any different? The letter was a CND. That's what it was. Girl, I don't know. I don't know. If it quacks like a dog, walks like a dog. It was the Tati and Katie of the Joy crap. I'm sorry. I'd like to know. I'd like to know. I just didn't know why have so many channels? I don't get it. But I have two, so we'll leave it at that. But
there's definitely something going on personal, and I don't think that he is an exceptionally malicious person, but I do think that there are some issues that he has that he should probably step away and focus on himself, his girlfriend, family, rather than just sort of entangling himself in what other people are doing, like you and Burnt Toast, because you guys are tackling people who are grifting and pulling on heartstrings, and he's after clicks and views, like a lot of folks, and he doesn't really have any sort of passion for it. It's just sort of a fun game for him to just sort of associate himself with people who do have an allegiance to the truth.
Hey, Drag, can I ask a question?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
What is YBI? Maybe in chat we're wondering what YBI is.
So YBI is an actual group, I guess, of kind of people, professionals, because really that's what it seems like to me. I mean, you have Nate the lawyer. Sounds like Navy was part of YBI as well. People that do look into fundraising, and I think UniRock attached himself to that, although I don't know exactly what he offers outside of just being a mouthpiece, because he doesn't do his research. JD Kane says he has a video planned today, so hopefully he'll explain himself and, more importantly, apologize for going too far. I really hope so too. I'd have to review the video. Will that change my mind about Puny? No, it won't. To me, based on the interaction that I had, it wouldn't. I think that he's going to have to change this God complex that he has presented himself to have here on YouTube. I'm just going to say it. I cannot stand it. This went way too far, way too long. It should have been cut less than 24 hours. It should have not allowed the person to have gotten a hold of a letter to dispel. And not only that, it was a person that these people, don't like him, and that's fine. They have a bone to pick with him. Some of us don't. I don't necessarily care for the guy. He lied on me, and I know he lied on several other people. So it's like it's not up to me to give him a chance because we might share subs, but I don't badmouth him like crazy. I did call him Puni-Rock because I do think it's a puny ass move and weak sauce to have done what you did and not care about any of the people that you named. The letter didn't threaten Queen Bee. So it was a shitty ass move of his part. And I stand by that. He had the opportunity to fix it on Monday, on Tuesday, on Wednesday, on Thursday, a while ago. Now, his apology needs to be as loud as the offense. And it needs to not put your foot in your mouth and there should be no buts. I'm sorry, but my foot is in my mouth. No, it needs to be what it is. He lied. I misrepresented. I omitted. I added. I put chamoy sauce on some fruit that didn't need to have it to add some extra spice to this whole drama for clicks and views. That's what I did. That's what it needs to have. For those that know what chamoy sauce is, you already know what it is if you know what it is. He didn't need to do that. He didn't need to do that. But he did. Okay? That's just my thought.
So the people like Navy Tech are the ones doing the research. They're the YouTube Bureau of Investigation.
Oh my God.
That's the YBI. I learned that from Nate the lawyer because he worked with them to uncover. Yeah,
Man,
I thought it was
why
cute.
didn't I think of that myself? That's a good one.
But you know what though, like I said, with you know what I'm saying, with the people, with these guys leaving, that should show Uni like, hey, your closest people know you're pulling fuck shit.
His co-host.
So at that point in time, it would be like, hey, I'm sorry, I lied, I fucked up. I don't understand why he keeps going with it. You know what I'm saying?
There's a reason. The closest people to him will just believe whatever he says.
Oh.
And the people who fall away, well, they were just traitors and never liked him anyway. And that's going to be the narrative. There's always, and I noticed this too.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I can tell you, Navy had a lot of, like, he was there all the time with him. So
yeah.
But
right, I was going to say that with Navy.
I told him personally, I said, I want to thank you for being honest and being a good man and doing what you feel in your heart is the right thing to do. Because that's, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it wasn't a situation. You know what I'm saying? It is. Because you know what? He could be standing by his side right now knowing damn well he's fucked up and lying about it. And he said he's seen the letters. He told me himself he's seen the letters and there was nothing threatening about me in those letters. But you see, Forgotten Whispers, when I'm going to take it back, we're going to play her video. I'm going to rewind it again and we're going to play it so that, you know what I'm saying? But in there, it says, it's a threatening letter sent to his mom.
Yeah. Another thing I noticed is that the night where you first talked about the letter and like Navy jumped up, he had like no fucking clue about this letter. He had like none.
Right.
So I think he had no clue, and then just basically fucking Uni, being an idiot, decided to do it himself without even telling Navy. And then just spiral from there.
I've really gotten over my nosiness because the more I've learned that if I'm nosy, it causes me problems. But honestly, my nosiness is getting the best of me.
Let me get a little bit ahead of here.
And said, I don't know how to work Discord. I'm not sure how to do that. I don't know how to work. I'm like, what?
His Discord is the most decked out Discord I've ever been into in my entire life.
I didn't know how the fuck to work any of it. But anyhow, there was a whole lot of fucking shit in there.
Yeah. What do you mean decked out? I'm not sure about that.
I mean, there was like all different kinds of rooms. There was all, yeah, you name it.
He's got a nonsense room for nonsense.
I guess it's decked out Discord, whatever that is. Look, that's kind of where I'm at. If he apologizes, great. He apologizes. I'm still not effing with the guy. I probably won't talk about him until he does something stupid. If he does something stupid, or if he does, some lying shit, there's some stories that he really does need to walk away from. I don't think he needs to talk about tragedy pimps because, in my opinion, he's kind of like one. That is my opinion. But yes, his apology needs to be as loud as the offense. Absolutely. It's frustrating that this has become such an issue given that people in Uni's comments are pretty awful. This drama is really giving awful people a lot of ammunition. But JD, but he brought this shit onto himself. You brought like that's the thing. It's like if he apologizes, great. But he gave people ammo. Did nobody give it to anybody else? That's what JD, my love, look. This is what I'm saying. It's like if you got haters after you, and I do as well. Trust me, they're waiting for any little piece. I say something, I do something, people clip, trip, whatever, to find something to say something about you. I know it. I know how this works. So it's not like he needs a social media manager for this. He really does need to sit down and listen to criticism. And here's the deal. When I would listen, like I remember I was listening to Kick. Somebody had sent me something about him on Kick. Navy was trying to talk, and it's not like Navy, like, how do I say this? Navy would say something to him and he would interrupt him. And that's the piece that is like, you're listening to respond. You're not listening to consume the information. If you sit there and just listen, and I think the problem with him is that he doesn't get that. If you want to sit there and give advice or criticize these tragedy pimps or whoever, you're going to have to sit there and actually consume. And nobody's hating on him. Now, I did say Puni-Rock because he pissed me off, but I could call him a shitload of names, as well as the girlfriend in the basement. I can do that too. I don't like their approach, but they're not willing to listen to the feedback. So it's open. It's just like, okay, cool. So yeah, I got an issue with you. Especially if you're going to put me on a title or put me in a clip and talk about me and try to criticize me. Yeah, I got an issue with you because you're doing shit just as grimy as all these other people. You know? Just saying. JD, what about the people who have been sitting here waiting for him to come back and answer what's going on? Some of us haven't badmouthed them or anything, just watching it win. That's right. Think about it, Poison. What did Queen Bee say? I've been giving him the benefit of the doubt. 7 days later, 2 days later, 4 days later, 5 days later, 6, and we're still giving him the benefit. Where it's like people are just like, it's done. There's no benefit. The doubt is gone. The doubt is gone. Yeah. But, and Navy really never saw it that way. As somebody that would watch that interaction in grad school, one thing we had to do is watch family therapy videos, right? You'd have to watch how they, talk to each other. Okay. You would pick out and try to pull out these therapeutic approaches to apply to a situation. Okay. So see how people communicate. I felt like he would shut Navy down. That's just my opinion. That's how I saw it. He wouldn't let, and that's your co-host, but you don't even let him finish a sentence. Yeah. You might as well just not have a co-host. Just saying. Yep. Apologize for that. I guarantee he hasn't watched anybody's videos, but the people around him probably have. It's interesting to me that the people that have left took it the hardest. All this criticism, they've sat there and they consumed it for Puny, not Puny consuming it. I want to know if he's actually watched these videos to understand what the criticism is. That's what I want, right? Don't listen to respond. Listen to consume the information. That's how you expect behavior change from people. With the little luck, he'll put out a video followed by multiple communities saying, about damn time, we accept your heartfelt apology. Well, I mean, hope he does better than Joseph Morris and all these people that try again. Just my thought. Just my thought. Hey, voices, welcome, welcome. But anyways, guys, I just wanted to provide some commentary. Look, the full video of this, I would love to speak to Drag. I'm gonna reach out to him, see if I can find him on Twitter, just to get a little bit more sense of what his thought processes are. I'm still waiting to hear back from Mr. Baldy Sensible Cats, just to get some perspective, if that is something that we want to hear. Right, Tina? I don't think so either. I guess we'll find out, because the way in which they're handling this has not been very well. Matter of fact, the way in which it's not even like, let me take myself out. How Heels in the Air was handled was not right. That was ridiculous. Okay? I said it. I said it. I said it. Kinsey, you're right. Kinsey, you're right. So I'm confused. If you have everybody, this is my understanding. This is what I was told. What I was told is everybody brings the clips and does the research, and then they deliver it to him. Okay? And then he just hosts. So he doesn't actually look into things himself. And that's fine. Some communities are okay with that. Some Discord groups are okay with that. I'll tell you what, none of my mods do that, because number one, I don't pay them. Number two, I love them, but at the end of the day, I am the host and I'm the one delivering the information. So I have to be good with what is being put out there. And number three, if it's research that I deliver, that means that I've signed it off, time stamped it, and said that that's what I sit. That's where I'm at. Whereas him, he doesn't do that. To each his own. Okay? To each his own. It is what it is. Anyways, guys, you don't really know what happened. Oh Lord, my love, you have to watch some of Heel's videos, and then it'll help you. She did a video. I would probably watch the very first one where she has UniRock's face in it. It was about a month ago. All right, guys. Yes, please make sure you hit that like button. Thank you so much for joining me tonight, this Sunday evening. Go back to doing what you were doing, because I'm going to go do what I'm doing. You guys have a great one. I appreciate everybody. Matter of fact, wait, before I go, I owe people some rabbit twerks. Thank you for those that have purchased memberships, that have joined the membership. This one's for you. The rabbit twerk for everybody. You guys are awesome. Thank you for stopping by here. You guys have a great night. Much love to you. Bye bye.